We're in warmer weather.
Finally.
We escaped winter. Winter's over.
I mean,
Not really.
not exactly.
We are coming at you from...
Charleston, South
I
Carolina.
don't think we're in Charleston though.
This is Sullivan Island. That is Charleston right over there.
Okay, so technically Sullivan's Island. It feels so good to be warmer, but we came down here for a few reasons. One, we gotta make it to Florida.
We've got the Tampa RV Super Show coming up, so hope to see you guys there.
But yes, so we are headed to Florida, but today our game plan is explore Charleston. There's just so much history here. It's soaked in history.
That's one of my favorite things about this place is there is so much history here.
We need to catch them up to speed because we've actually been quite busy the last couple of days.
Yes, we have.
And quick shout out to some fellow Lemonaders who let us boondock at their house the last couple of days. Kent and Marcia, you guys are awesome. You were wonderful hosts. So huge shout out to you. Thanks for letting us boondock. We appreciate you both. But yeah, you've been busy the last few days.
Yes, so I actually have to look at my list because I've gotten so much stuff done.
Wow.
So I went ahead and tried patching the coolant reservoir tank on the van. You guys recommended that, so I gave that a try. I resealed the skylight. I adjusted the backup camera, changed the oil, rotated the tires, reconnected the stereo mic, and most importantly, sealed around the sliding door window and sealed the marker lights that I think are causing some of the leaks that we had that I don't know, they're kind of intermittent. So anyway, but did a ton of work on the van.
Well, because it was good weather. And so it was the perfect time to just do van chores. And the thing is there's no fun part of van life without that kind of van life.
Right.
Like you have to take care of your vehicle, your home on wheels, and
exactly. You have all of the same maintenance that you need to do on your house and your vehicle all at the same time. So it just was one of those, you know, took a couple of days, knocked all those chores out, and now the van's ready for, you know, another 10,000 miles.
Okay, I love it. Good job, Bob. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of me too.
Okay, so now it's time for fun. We're here. We're standing in front of something that we want to go check out right now.
We are at Fort Moultrie is where we are at.
Okay, so we're gonna go check that out and explore Charleston and South Carolina, this area today. And then the hard part's gonna happen because we need to find some place to boondock tonight. And this area is not the easiest place to like stealth camp or boondock.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do it.
I would like to call it stealth camping tonight because I have an idea of where I think we can stay.
Oh.
And typically stealth camping is done in the city where, you know, you can have dinner, do whatever, and then you kind of slip into your van and spend the night.
Okay, there you go. We laid it all out for you. Now let's go have some fun. Oh, it's such a beautiful day here. Let's see, what temperature is it? It is, let me see, 65. And it's supposed to rain today.
Baby. And oh,
wow,
we've arrived. Get to use our America the Beautiful pass. Saves us like 20 bucks. This has paid for itself because it was free. Hello. I have a America the Beautiful pass.
Yeah, let's see when that gets you in. Have you ever been here before?
I have not.
All right. Just outside to the left of the restrooms. They're the only ones we got.
Okay.
Super exciting. All the way at the back by the construction is the grave of General Moultrie.
Okay.
So he's the Revolutionary War guy we're named after. Inside is our museum, our gift shop, and our movie theater. The fort itself is across the street, and we trust you. You're self-guided. There's just two big rules. Don't climb on the cannons, don't climb on the bricks in the hills.
Thanks, Christopher.
My pleasure.
We appreciate you.
Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Wow. Can you pick it up?
24-pound cannonball, nearly identical to the one used in the Revolutionary War exhibit. Wow.
Standing next to those cannons when they're firing, they would be so incredibly loud.
Do you think they wore ear protection?
No. I'm sure that most of them were deaf.
So there's been research done on hearing loss and artillery fire, specifically around the Civil War. And what we have found out is, in general, soldiers would try to protect their hearing actively but not passively. Meaning they're not sticking anything in their ears to protect their hearing while they're working. They would do things like cover their ears, or they would try cupping their ears and pointing the cups in a direction different from where the sound is. So you can do it as a science experiment where if you're talking and then you cup your ears and you point them away from your mouth, you suddenly sound like you're far away.
Wow.
So it's a good tool to use, but it's not great. It's not the same as OSHA certified hearing protection.
Right.
And also, if I'm in the middle of loading and firing a cannon, I don't have time to stop and protect my ears when this cannon and that cannon and that cannon are all firing. So what we found out is post-Civil War, lots of people have lost their hearing. And they knew that it was happening, they expected it to happen if they were working with artillery, but they didn't do anything to actively protect. And so post-Civil War, you have the creation of the VA, or the thing that becomes the VA, to take care of any veterans with a disability. And a disability is considered to be something that affects your ability to work. So they're defining it as a lost arm, a lost leg, a lost eye, something like that. They don't recognize deafness as a disability at all. And so you have this big kind of uprising of a group of recently deaf people, all veterans who lost it in service, and they're saying this is definitely a disability, and I lost it only because of my service in the military. So you're gonna recognize it. And that's kind of one of the first big movements of recognizing deafness as a disability. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That
Very
is
cool. The
good
more
to
you
know. The
Yeah.
more you know, I love that. The more you know.
That's awesome.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
How would you even load that into these guns?
Well, it says right here, loading a Rodman. This 15-inch Rodman shell weighs over 300 pounds and is mounted on a sabot? How do you say that? Sabot? Soldiers inserted two 25-pound gunpowder bags into the barrel of the gun. A ramrod was used to seat the bags at the breech end of the barrel. The shell was loaded with rope and pulleys mounted on a crane attached to the gun carriage. The shell was hoisted into the muzzle opening. The ramrod was used to seat the shell firmly against the powder bags.
Christopher, I just want to say thank you so much for all the information. You guys have done a fabulous job with the museum there, and then of course all the facts and information. Love it. Now we are headed to the actual fort. I love the history. This is one thing I love about, being able to travel in our van, is to go to all of these amazing places and learn so much. I mean, there's so much history, so much to see across the entire country. Wow.
Vermont and Kentucky were admitted into the Union as the 14 and 15 states in the years 1791 and 1792. It was not until 1795, though, that they were properly added onto the national flag with both an additional star and stripe. Wow. In commemoration of the current Fort, how do you say it, Moultrie?
Moultrie, yeah.
Being officially opened on December 19th, 1809, we fly the 15-star, 15-stripe U.S. flag today.
There's another set of doors right here. You can see here's a pin to hold the door, and then there's the stop at the top. So they would have had like double doors. Oh, I think this is an example of how they would store things. Maybe gunpowder?
Oh, here, let's get a light
Yeah.
on. That's cool.
Yeah, you can see over here. Oh, I guess, wait, what's in here? Oh, so those are all the ramrods that they used to pack the gunpowder and the not bullets, but the cannonballs into the guns. Ah, principal magazine. I think this is, oh, yep. So this is where they would store all of the gunpowder. And then there's a second exit out there.
It's so echoey. Look at this hallway. Wow, this is kind of scary.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
You can't be very tall.
So wait, I didn't see, what's the difference between the principal magazine and this and the service magazine?
Service magazine. This magazine held the ready ammunition for the nearby guns. It is one of the 6 small powder storage areas built in Fort Moultrie in the 1870s.
So this is where I guess everything would be ready?
The principal magazine, part of the 1870s modernization program, this structure housed the fort's main powder supply. Using knowledge gained during the Civil War, the Army built with concrete and earth to protect against the new rifled artillery. The bomb-proof corridor you are standing in was designed to connect several of these magazines.
Well, that would make sense than what we see on that side. It probably is a mirror of this. Whoa. Where do we go? Hello. Welcome to my service magazine.
Ooh, do I want to go down here? How far can you go?
Really far. It's fine, I'll lock it, it's fine.
I'm scared. You go see it by yourself.
It's just literally a concrete room. So these are the Rodman guns that shoot those 15-inch cannonballs that we were looking at inside. The 350-pound one or the 400-pound one. How did they cast that? Not only like how did they make it, but how did they cast it and get it here? Wow, I'm impressed. Well, I guess that answers the question right there. 50,000 pounds.
Moving and mounting these huge guns before the days of diesel-powered cranes and bulldozers was a monumental job. However, with the aid of blocks and rollers, various types of jacks, sling carts, and gins, a tripod and a pulley arrangement, guns weighing more than 25 tons could be transported about a fort.
I will bet that that's like an original sled gun that probably never was installed. Probably brand new. Never been fired, would be my guess. Just can't imagine. Clearly that's original brick, but then they added more. Wait, is this a door? Can we go in here? Scary. There's plants growing in there. I bet you these are connected. I mean, you were right when you said it earlier. You gotta be kind of short. Oh.
What?
It's just a room. It's nothing. Powder magazine, maybe? Some plants growing on the floor. Up here, you've got just a little bit of a small room. Look at that cannon. Cool. So as you can see right here, this cellar in 1809, this room is one of the several storerooms built in the inner parade ground wall, and it seems to have taken a direct hit from Union artillery during the Civil War. That's a lot of damage. This is the one that shoots the biggest projectile.
Guy?
Go figure, yeah.
What?
I mean, surprisingly, the hole is not that big when you look at it.
But like they're all different sizes.
Yeah, you can see like this one's obviously rifled. You can see the little notches. Smooth bore. And then another rifled. Oh, there, now you can actually see it. Smooth bore. This one's kind of crazy looking. Look at this. I wonder why so much metal on such a short barrel.
One of the 4 disappearing rifles at Battery Jasper, World War I and World War II. These guns fired 10-inch, 571-pound shells. Shells. Shells.
Shell. What the shell? Well, unfortunately, it looks like everything is locked up here at the Jasper Battery and we really can't see a whole lot. It's okay. We've seen lots of guns, lots of interesting history.
It says for your safety, this facility is closed. It's just not safe.
Only a door there, some kind of window, something. This was the powerhouse, so if you can look through the window, you can actually see the generator that's here. It looks like it's diesel. Yeah.
Let's see if they can see. Sorry guys, you really can't. I don't know if you can see through that window, it's dirty.
There's too much humidity, you can't really see anything.
I think that's it. I think that concludes the tour.
I think we're gonna head to downtown now, and we'll see some of the amazing sights of downtown Charleston. So apparently they have an observation deck. Let's go see.
Just when you think you're done.
Hillary, I think we need to talk.
Why?
You got out of the van and you made footprints of sand.
So what?
That means when we left the beach, you took all of that sand into the van to then bring it out. Would you look at that? It's fine. It's fine. I just spent all day cleaning the van and getting it ready to travel.
While Bob is making us some lunch, I need to pull a lemon. We've gotten 1,000 likes. I think in the last video we celebrated the 1,000 subscribers. So now it's time to celebrate the 1,000 likes by pulling a lemon. If you're new here, we are the Vancaskeys. We are the crazy people carrying this lemon box to all 50 states in a Class B van. So the simple rules are, in each state, we have to stay in each state for free at least one night, which we're doing tonight in South Carolina. Travel by Class B van, stay in a Class B van, doesn't have to be ours, and then have a lemon moment. And so that's what we're doing today. Here's our lemon moment. We're pulling a lemon. And also we pull a lemon when we hit 1,000 likes, 1,000 subscribers, or 1,000 new comments. So let's do it. Well, Bob is making us
The best sandwiches ever.
just having meat and cheese sandwiches. So, all right, we've already done tiny budget. I need to take that out. We've already done adventure add-on. Let me pull up on my phone our rules, because they're not written in here anymore and I don't have them memorized. So there's no way to cheat because I actually don't know what they are. There's penalties in here and there's rewards. Ready? Dun, dun, dun. I'm just 18. 18. It says VIP treat. I don't know what that is. This is exciting.
That sounds like a good one.
It does. Let's see. Let's see. VIP treat. Order the most expensive thing on the menu at your next stop. Yes! Tonight we are eating in downtown Charleston. So, This is gonna come in handy.
It's going to be expensive.
I know. Maybe we might have to share a meal.
Yeah.
We don't have a big budget, but we did it. We pulled a lemon, VIP treatment. Done and done.
I like that one.
I do too. Thanks, Lemon Box. And thanks to you guys for subscribing and liking our videos and commenting on our videos. You have no idea how much that helps us. So we appreciate you guys so much. And watching the videos.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
To
A fun day in South Carolina.
a fun day in South Carolina.
And let us know if you're from here.
We are scouting for a stealth camping spot for tonight. So, driving
At the
around.
stop sign, turn left onto King
Okay.
Street. Then you will arrive at your destination.
So right here is only 1 hour parking. This one says no parking.
But that's just because of this. Now, the other problem that we have is this is closed right here. I was expecting that to be open. But yeah, I was hoping because of all these spots right here. So what does this say?
This says 2 hour.
Wow. So
What about this side?
that's what I was gonna say. I don't see any signs that say no parking.
Is this where people said they were able to park?
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
Gosh. Might not be an option.
Right.
It looks like it might be a 6 hour only spot and no overnight spots.
Unfortunately, we saw one sign that
One?
said that.
At the very beginning.
Oh.
Nope. Never mind. That is not gonna work.
Okay. Well, we have some other options.
Do we?
We have to go all the way down to the very end where we were.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Bob thinks he's found the spot. We don't see any signs.
Well, I think if we put our mirrors in,
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
You want to stay here tonight?
I would like to, well, we have to walk this area anyway as we are, heading to go see other things. So we should be looking for signs to see if there's any sort of requirements along this
I would agree. Unless this is
boardwalk. No, it's not a boardwalk. Whatever this is, the seawall that's right here. This is East Battery, so we're going to continue down East Battery. We'll go see all the things along the water, might make our way back up to the market, and then we can come back down King Street. And King Street is on the other side of the Battery Park that we'll come back to. So we can do like a big, giant, 10-mile circle. You listening to anything I said?
Not at all.
We're going to walk a 10-mile circle, and you're just like, oh, okay, no problem.
Are we going to, or are you just trying to see if I was paying attention?
It's going to be far. It's not going to be 10 miles, but I was trying to see if you're paying attention.
Calls for rain at 4 p.m. We're gonna brave it we're gonna brave the weather, no umbrella, no rain jacket. We're just gonna do it. But I did put a hoodie on just in case to, keep the hair safe if it does start raining in 2 hours. It's sprinkling. Gotta keep the hair dry.
It's raining, it's not sprinkling. What is significant about where we are at right now?
This is Rainbow Row. The iconic colored houses I'll put all kinds of cool information right here on the screen while I go and research it and learn about it myself. Rainbow Road, you got a turquoise house, you got a yellow one, orange, yellow again, blue.
All right, I'm gonna have to put the camera away soon because it's starting to rain pretty hard.
It's iconic. We made it out of the rain. We're in the market, right? It's called the market?
Yes.
Do I need a new sweatshirt? A new beanie?
You need an umbrella.
Yeah, that's probably true. We should have brought the one that we were given this morning. We're in the Charleston City Market. On this site stands one of Charleston's oldest public facilities in continuous use.
It's raining.
It's raining.
Keep you guys close. We need to go find an umbrella.
Yeah, we do. Okay, we're total dummies. Kent and Marsha gave us an umbrella and we forgot it in the van. And we didn't bring it because we didn't think it was gonna rain till 4 p.m. It's only, what, 2 p.m.?
Something like that.
Okay. All right. It is raining hard. Okay, let me see if I can flip the camera around with one hand to show you
Drop
guys.
it.
This is us in Charleston. It's raining so hard. It's raining so hard. But we're fine. Everything's fine. This was so worth it.
No, this isn't even it.
What are we
We gotta
doing?
go to the pineapple over there.
Why? We don't need to.
We do.
No. Okay, over this
Here's
was
the iconic pineapple fountain.
probably never saw it in the rain. Okay.
Wow, look at that. And just to prove that it is raining, there's the umbrella. And this is us.
This is how we're seeing Charleston.
And I'm glad we bought something and put it in a paper bag while it's raining. It's a great idea. All right, to the van.
We're done. There's the van right there. Okay, Bob in his paper bag. I guess he gave up on the umbrella. Oh goodness, muddy. Oh my gosh. How's it so wet up here?
Wet here?
Yeah,
Really?
look at how wet that is.
Wait, no, that was our stuff, the bag that we brought back. I hope. Better be.
Could you imagine? Yeah, I don't see any drips. How are we doing, Bob?
So far, the window is not leaking, the sliding door window, and the marker lights that I sealed up. There's no signs of any water intrusion.
So,
Finally, after many months of troubleshooting, maybe we've got it. Don't want to commit to anything yet.
yeah,
But that walk back was
that was brutal.
not very fun.
No, Bob got wet.
I don't know if you can see on my pants, but literally from like the shin down, completely soaked. And then, yeah.
You're gonna say it's my
No,
fault?
no, it's not Hillary's fault at all. She didn't jump in any puddles to splash me. She didn't dump the umbrella on my back or anything.
I did none of that.
Nope.
All right, so what's left on the agenda is relaxing and dinner.
Yep, because most of the restaurants down here don't open until 5 p.m.
Yeah,
So
that's 4.
It's 4 now, so we have to wait at least an hour before we can run and find something to eat.
And we are in our stealth parking spot for the night, but I think we're a little nervous about it. I'm not for sure if we're allowed to stay here.
Yeah, we'll give it a little bit and see what does it look like.
We're gonna give it a good go.
Yeah, especially...
We're not gonna quit just yet, but it's a little nervous, or it's a little worrisome.
Yeah, I would agree. But we'll check it out when we go to eat and see how things are.
I don't think Charleston is a very van-friendly, stealthy, because there's so many signs around Charleston that make sure that you know you cannot park overnight.
Right.
And my hair, this weather, this humidity in my hair, no, does not get along. Okay, we're gonna relax. Oh.
Come on, Mary Poppins. I'm losing it here.
We both have umbrellas now. We decided we're a 2 umbrella family. 1 umbrella is not enough. So now we're about to walk to dinner. It's a 15-minute walk. Yay us.
We need to get to the other side of the street where there's a better sidewalk.
All right, so if you remember earlier, we pulled a limit and said we had to order the most expensive thing on the menu, which I'm a little nervous about. But we're gonna see. We're at this restaurant called Magnolia's, and we're gonna go see if we can get a table. So wish us luck that it's not terribly priced. It's so hard to see with it being so dark. Okay, let's see ours. All right, so we went to Magnolia's, award-winning cuisine since 1990. It's like one of the best southern food places, so that's where we ended up. And we had that challenge to order one of the most expensive things on the menu.
Yep.
And on the menu, you could either order a little, like a steak,
Yeah, it was a
a filet, or
the seafood gumbo.
which Bob had been talking all day about ordering gumbo.
So, of course, I ordered the gumbo.
And I ordered fried chicken with mashed potatoes, biscuits, sweet corn.
So the gumbo was good. It was a fairly small portion size for how expensive it was.
It's very expensive. It was almost 50 bucks.
Yeah, but it did have alligator in it, which I thought was kind of interesting too. Yeah,
I didn't, well, there you go. That's why it was so expensive.
but it was tasty. I enjoyed it. But I have to say, I think you ordered for the win. It wasn't the most expensive thing.
No, mine was only what, $32?
I think so.
Fried chicken, and it was really good.
The portion size was huge. So, oh, hang on.
So Bob ended up helping me eat it because his gumbo the portion size was so small.
Yeah. But your chicken, I mean, I don't know how they got a piece of chicken to taste so good. I was impressed with that, for sure.
So, okay, well, lemon box, check. We're done. And we have some bad news.
Yeah.
We have to abort our mission of stealth camping in downtown Charleston tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did some research. We were looking around at different places to park and trying to see if it was okay. And we ended up finding out that it's actually illegal to sleep in your car or in your vehicle in Charleston. It's one thing if they just say, hey, you can't park here, and they make us move. Oh my goodness, it is raining so hard.
We have to come up with a new plan. I think we should just focus on walking and getting to the van.
As dry as possible.
And we'll see you in the van and we'll tell you what we're doing because we don't know. Can't even see where I'm walking anymore. My Uggs are completely soaked. This is rainy van life. It's okay.
Van life is the best.
Bob said his umbrella didn't hardly help him.
I am soaked from like the knee down, so I don't think it was very helpful.
Oh man, this rainy life is not for me. Holy moly. Oh, and the humidity is just, the hair, the humidity. Oh my gosh, look at my Uggs. Well,
New color.
they're a new color. All right, well, wonder if those can be revived.
Highly unlikely.
Really?
I'm guessing.
I thought I could just buy a kit and revive them. We'll see. All right, Bob, what are we gonna do?
Prepare to leave. Let's go check our newest app that we have been using, RV Parky.
We're probably the last ones on Earth to find it.
Well, I mean, better late than never, right? Can zoom into where we are. My guess, so
Where's the closest place we could go for free?
we need to get out to 95 tomorrow.
Okay.
So what is this? I was thinking that we would go up here, but I'm not sure that that's the best place to go because it's kind of in the wrong direction.
Okay, so is there one in the right direction?
Not really.
Oh no, there's really not, is there?
So this is close enough. It's not too far out of the way. It's 37 minutes.
Okay.
Let's do it. We're off. Yeah, it's just really hard to see anything with all the glare. Can't tell where the lines are in the road. And then there's an accident and construction. It's just kind of a mess.
Well, the good news is, because we had to drive, what's our battery at?
It's basically full, 90%.
That means that I get to watch TV, which I'm really stoked because I think the one thing I've learned, well, not one, but one of the big things for me in doing RV life, like full-time-ish, is that I needed to make sure I was doing all my comfort
Turn right,
things,
then your destination will be on the right.
if that makes sense.
Those look level.
Yeah, should we just go get one of those?
We spend so much time finding a good parking spot. It's fine.
We're good?
We're gonna be good.
One of the big things I learned was I got to keep my routines. The same routines that I loved when I lived in our house, I keep some of them for van life. So, which is TV. That's why we have such a nice TV. We made it to Cracker Barrel. We are leaving South Carolina tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a 4-hour drive.
It's gonna be awesome.
And tomorrow I need to edit a video. Okay, well, I think this is good night. The rain has stopped for now. We're in North Charleston right now.
Yep, right over by the Charleston International Airport.
So, all right. Good night. See you in the morning.
Morning, guys. Well, I have to say I slept really, really well last night. We had a little bit of rain early on and no leaks from the window. Well, let me check the battery and see how things are going, because it's always one thing I'm a little worried about, focused on. I don't know. But wow, we're at 54%. So that kind of makes sense because we ran the Starlink and the TV for several hours last night while we were watching TV and enjoying just laying in our bed. And then we ran a fan. Basically, it sits up here all night long for some background noise. And then this morning we made a couple cups of coffee. So that's not too bad. 54% for our brand new battery.
And now you get to use your brand new alternator and charge it up.
Here on this window, we used to get some like moisture running down inside the window when it would rain hard. Nothing. This side over here where we used to have a little leak underneath this marker light, that's dry. And then over here, it's actually dry right now, but last night there was a little bit of like moisture right there. So I need to get back up there and take another look. I did see, one of you guys had commented that you had an issue with the actual structure of the fan and it had a crack in it up there, and we're getting a similar leak. So I really hope that's not the case, but we're gonna have to get somewhere where I can get a ladder to get on top of that corner of that roof to see if maybe there's a leak like that.
Don't you think that has to be the case? You've tried everything else. You've literally, the whole top is like silicone now.
It's not quite that bad, but I have been definitely trying and troubleshooting lots of different things. So it could be that. I really hope that's not the case though. But before we start driving,
Time for the map.
time for the map. We get to color in and check off South Carolina. We boondocked, we've stayed in our van, and thanks to our lovely van, we've had some lemon moments. The leak was the lemon moment. We also pulled a lemon and ate a really expensive meal. Hillary, I feel like these need to be darkened a little bit.
I was like, where are you filling in Virginia?
I feel like
You would do it better.
when I was a child, I won coloring contests, so I'm just making sure that these are right, you know, reverting back to my childhood.
So we are skipping Georgia this time and going to Florida because we got to get to the Tampa RV show.
Yep.
That's
So-
coming. It's January 13th through, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18th. It's the 13th through the 18th. All right. We'll see you guys in Florida.
All right. Bye, guys.